because it's interesting. Number 3 was trusting your gut, trusting your intuition. Trusting your gut and trusting your intuition. Now, the big thing here, I'll tell you, this is one thing that I think that most people, a lot of people don't do more or need to do more of. When I'm in a situation, I always ask my wife, I like to, when I go and learn or when I'm doing a business deal or when I'm doing anything business-wise that I need to do, I always bring my wife in. Like, babe, I need you to be with me because I need you around me for this. The reason being is because I want to use her intuition. And I'll ask her, I said, what did your intuition tell you? I'll write down on a piece of paper what my gut said, and then I'll ask her what her intuition said, and then I'll look at what I wrote on the piece of paper, and if we're both correct, then we know, I totally know it's right. But if she's, but I'll tell you that we have made business decisions where it's like, okay, should we do this, should we not? And our gut say it, even though everybody else said that, man, I don't think that's going to work. But both of us agreed from me using my gut and her using her intuition, and all of a sudden, it's funny because it worked like a charm. But all of that, all the people that said it couldn't happen said, man, how the heck did you do it? But use your gut, use your intuition. It's going to work wonders for you. And trust yourself. Trust yourself and learn to trust yourself even more than you are right now. That's one of my things. If anybody had asked me, Matt, so what's one of the things you're working on? I am always working on trusting, learning how to better trust myself. Because I've last year I made a bad, if you guys ever heard, I bought a restaurant. Worst decision I ever made. I should have trusted my gut. I should have trusted my intuition, not my gut. That's what I was thinking about from the restaurant. But be single focused. Be single focused, and we'll talk about that here more in a sec. But you want to be single focused. I see people that are, and we'll talk about this even more, where they're like, oh, I want to get in real estate investing, be a full-time real estate investors, and then I want to get into network marketing, then I want to get into, become a full-time stock trader, and then I want to become this, then I want to become this, then I want to become this, but they never really mastered one. And then they want to be everything, and you're really nothing. And so be single focused. Be marketing focused. And the cool thing is we're here right now, and we're working on that right now, is becoming more marketing focused. But marketing is the key to business. I'll tell you, the marketing is the key. I mean, Bill Gates knows it. I will tell you, Bill Gates knows it. He will not hire anybody that works in upper management that does not know marketing. When he was in Harvard, he was a marketing major. I don't know if you guys know that. Before he quit school, he was a marketing major. He knew something that we didn't. Education focus. Understand the importance of continuing education. The best education I truly get now is not necessarily going to all the seminars in the world. It's actually going to my other offices. It's interesting because I have an office down in Florida. I have an office in Duluth, Georgia. I have an office in Suwanee, Georgia. And when I go to the other offices, I go and look and see the things that they're implementing. And I learn and I say, okay, how did you do this? What are you doing here? How are you doing this? And that's my learning, is seeing how the operations work. I like going to my friends' houses and seeing, oh, how did you make these things happen, where I see their business in operation so I can get ideas to take back to my business. I've done it with multiple things. We have like in my masterminds and things like that. I'm in a mastermind with Ted Thomas, Ron LeGrand, John Childers, Lou Brown, a bunch of big names, and we're all in this mastermind together. Oh, and I think Dan Kennedy's guys are in there. I can't remember if they're not. But it's a pretty cool mastermind, and I learned so much because we have to openly share what the heck we're really doing, and there's no fluff. It's like, here's my numbers, here's what's happened. And it's so interesting how things are, and that's I'm always going out there seeking after people to learn from, to get better. But learning from other people's experience are good. Number 7 is not being afraid to make mistakes. There's a saying, it's you don't have to get it right, you just have to get it going. And I've lived by that, and I'll tell you, if you got my book, you'll know I really live by that. There's more grammar errors in there than spelling errors. They're still trying to. Actually, the new editions, or not really new editions, but it's been updated with everything perfect in it. But when I first started, I created a book. I went from concept, I thought about getting the book 45 days before I even launched it. So I thought about the book. I got the contract to the people 45 days before I said, I want to launch this book on my birthday. It was my birthday present for myself. I said, I want to launch my book. I want to take it to bestseller on my birthday. And that's what I'm going to do, and nothing's going to stop me from doing it, which is December 31st, which is one of the worst days to ever send your emails out. Yeah, that book right there. worst day to ever send out your email, but we did hit #1 on Barnes & Noble. Then we moved the traffic over to Amazon, and we hit #1 over at Amazon. And that was my birthday present. And then we raised a lot of money for people. So I got the present of just becoming a bestseller, and everybody else got the money. But I wasn't afraid of making mistakes. I said, whatever it'll take, I'm going to make it happen. You know, there was errors in there. There was all these things. I've had people that email me and say, Matt, you misspelled all this stuff. I was like, well, sorry, I didn't have time. You know, next time. And I'll tell you that, you know, just getting out there and making things happen. Because here's the thing, and the cool thing is, I didn't need an editor for my book. Because what happened is, because I got it out there, all these people emailed me and told me what was wrong. So I emailed it to the publisher, and I said, here's all the things that are wrong with it, go fix it. And they did it all for me, so I received feedback. The thing I'm saying that is because if you throw up if you're sitting there and say, like, yeah, I want to put up a website and I want to do this, and we're sitting there talking about it, well, it's great, but it's really not, I can't really help you until I see it. Because if I see it, I say, oh yeah, we'll make this change, do this, do this, do this, do this. I can give you feedback and help you.
Do you want money? Yes, I want the money. Do you want money? Of course, that's a stupid